making noise. Stop making noise. I'm recording. Stop making noise. Cue intro music.
Ladies and gentlemen, on tap about to start program. Processing in 9, 8, 7.
Welcome to Tiff on Tap. Here live on StreamYard on NPR Radio. NPRradio.us, where we give veterans a voice. We're not veterans, but we're going to help and do whatever we can to give veterans a voice. And big thanks to everybody that follows us, especially our old school tappers that have been following us from YouTube, Tiff on Tap.
If you just joined us, check out some of our old videos that we have put together. We have a playlist on YouTube where you can find all the exclusive Tiff on Tap material. Exclusive. We've done investigations, ghost hunts. We teach you some cool recipes.
Grilling, chilling, ghosts,
everything.
Villains, neighbors, everything far in between. But right now, it's Wednesday, and we are going to get into your Wednesday Tiff on Tap update. So, tappers, this is what the world is talking about, or what we came up with to talk about.
Britney Spears.
No. So this guy didn't want to talk about Britney Spears. And I'm going to tell you right now. So this guy, so Britney Spears is the top trending right now on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, whatever, Smash Face, whatever the heck. It is number one trending right now is Britney Spears. And the battle that she's going through with her dad, trying to get her own rights. I don't exactly know what it's called. I should have researched it.
Power of attorney or whatever?
It is kind of like power of attorney. It's like something. Ship. But she's trying to get it.
Ownership? Or, that's weird.
Whatever. And she's trying to get it. And she's trying to just say, okay, you know what? I'm Britney Spears, and I can do whatever song I want, and I can wear whatever I want to wear, and I'm 40 years old, and I can do whatever I want to do, and it's my money, and I want it now. And she's doing that. And I feel like her dad is, fighting against her.
Well, not only that, she can't sing some of the old songs that she's put out because it's just making him more money.
Yeah.
She don't see anything from it. So why is she going to put the hard work in and sing her old songs,
But what I would like to ask you, especially to a man, okay, so especially to you, that you don't take birth control.
No, thank God.
The woman's job is to push the baby out of the vagina.
To control the birth.
So the woman has to actually say, you know what? I'm all right with carrying a baby for a year.
9 months.
A year. I'm not going to drink or smoke weed. I'm just going to carry this baby and be happy. Eat peanut butter and pickles. And then I'm going to shove it out of my vagina hole and I'm going to have a baby. So it's the woman's choice. So I feel like men should... Yes, they should have a choice in that, but at the same time, it's like, bro.
So when you say a choice, what do you mean, like between abortion and having a kid, or what?
Well, let me get to it. So Britney Spears is saying, you know what? I want to take out my IUD. An IUD is like an egg scrambler. If you imagine,
like that T-shaped thing.
Yeah, you imagine like when you dye Easter eggs, that little thing you use to drop the Easter egg. It's kind of like that, but it scrambles that crap to where
Well, the T-shaped always, I thought it was ironic because it kind of always looked like ovaries in itself. Like when they showed you a picture in 5th grade or whatever, it looked like the whole women's system, and it's like a anti-women's system.
It's like the evil Tesla.
Yeah, it is like that.
Evil Tesla is the IUD.
It probably could have been any shape in the world. It probably could have been a circle, and they just chose to fuck with women. I bet you.
Well, it has to block like a goalie.
Is that what it's doing in there?
It's like a goalie in there. Like, nope. Come on now, nope. So Britney was like, "I'm gonna take this out. You know what? I'm in love. I'm an adult. I want to have a baby. I don't want to have this goalie anymore. I'm opening the net." And literally, the dad was like, "No, you're not." The dad's like, "Nope, that IUD stays in there." Now, who's to say that this dad can say, you're keeping this thing in you that you're not having a kid. Who is the dad in charge of the ovaries? Yes, he is, and I'm saying that's
legally.
I might be talking loud right now. I don't know the volume of these mics. We just got these mics from Amazon. But for Brittany, I'm just saying, if I was Brittany, I would say, you know what? Give me a second. Rip that freaking thing out and throw it in your dad's face.
If I was Brittany, I'd go to Mexico and I would just pay $500 and they would just take that shit out for free, pretty much.
You have made your dad so much money, your family. No one would care about your family. The Spears name, there is no jerky. There is no Spears jerky or Spears linoleum. There is no Spears
Well,
beer.
What's the sister's name?
Jamie Lynn.
She really wants to be Britney Spears so bad and she can't.
Yeah.
And I feel like the mom don't even look like any of the two sisters or whatever. And I don't even know what the dad looks like, but what does he do? Is he like a lawyer? Because he seems like he's got all of his legal shit on the standpoint or whatever. Because he got himself in this position where he's just getting paid off of. He took advantage of a kid because the kid was famous, and he's still reaping the benefits to this day. And that it would have been okay if he, at 18 years old or something like that, he would have cut it off and said, "All right, this is your life, whatever." But he didn't do that, and he's being narcissistic, and it's sad.
Well, I feel like when Britney Spears was younger and she shaved her head and she was wearing panties, she was like, you know what, I'm not wearing panties, I'm shaving my head, and I'm going to attack people with umbrellas. She was nuts. Okay, at that moment, yes, maybe you needed, that's what it's called, conservatorship. Maybe she needed conservatorship at that point because she has a lot of money. So for her, she might, if she's not wearing panties and she's hitting people with umbrellas and she's shaving her head, she's in a bad state. And with that much money, if you're in a bad state, you can do a lot of problems. I'm just saying. You give me $500, I go to Blackhawk, and I just start thinking about my life, and I might just ruin my whole life off of $500. She had $5 billion.
Well, her dad did. I think that she was in such a bad spot that people were saying she was an Illuminati, and they were like, her soul got killed. All this crazy conspiracy shit. All just because she was in such a dark place, and that's sad. And
Justin was like dating like, what's her name from Seventh
Heaven? She was
Jessica Biel.
What was the backup dancer's name?
And she was with Kevin Federline. And they had a kid and stuff, and he had like his braids and stuff. But she was like, you know, she was trying to make her moment, you know what I mean? But I feel like Britney now, I mean, she's like old as heck. I hate to say it like that. She don't look
like it. She looks like J-Lo, you know? Like she does
not look like J-Lo.
She hit a point like 40. And then she's not going to get any older than that till 60.
I'll stop it right here. She does not look like J-Lo. Right now, Google J-Lo pics right now. And Google Britney Spears pics.
I don't know.
Britney Spears is wearing some Burlington Coat Factory swimsuits. And she's, I am a slave for you. And she's just doing some crap on her own. And J-Lo is like legit, like trying to get back at A-Rod. She's like, I'm slimmer down and I'm Latina. J-Lo is on fire. J-Lo, you're not going to compare Britney Spears to J-Lo.
I don't like
J-Lo. J-Lo is on fire.
She don't look good.
That butt has been working for a long time.
She don't look good.
I'm just saying that.
Shakira looks better than J-Lo.
I don't really want to hear who looks good to you.
I'm just saying. Not a high bar, but.
Do you want me to never watch another J-Lo movie with you again?
I don't like J-Lo.
I'm never gonna watch another movie with you.
I don't like J-Lo.
So we barely watched. What did we watch?
Bruce Almighty.
Yeah.
That's the best movie ever.
I hate Jennifer Aniston.
And it was a good movie, wasn't it? The movie itself was bomb.
Jim Carrey on point.
Absolutely.
100%.
100%.
Jennifer Aniston.
She did her job.
I could have did without.
She did her job.
I could have did without though.
She did her job.
I could have did without.
She did her job.
You could have put in another actress. I would not have cared if it was Jennifer Aniston.
Who would have been a better Jennifer Aniston than Jennifer Aniston in that movie?
She got some big nose.
So let me just say, with a smaller nose.
All the women out there watching Tiff on Tap.
You want Reese Witherspoon to play her position?
Yeah, I would. I like Reese Witherspoon. She gets to it. Give me a little Reese Witherspoon. Give me a Julia Roberts, even with her bigger giant mouth.
Cameron Diaz?
Yeah. Wow. Give me a Cameron Diaz. Wow. I don't care. I just don't like Aniston.
I don't know. It's a good movie.
Aniston and Barrymore, they're off the list. off the list. But anyway, okay. So Britney Spears was in the news. Britney Spears was in the news. Aside from that, we're in Colorado. We live in Colorado. So I don't know if all of y'all know what's going on here in Colorado, but half the time there's a fire somewhere. Somewhere.
More than half the time, it feels like.
It could be in the trailer park 4 houses down. It could be in Summit County. I don't even know what county that is. But there's been some wildfires, and it's been affecting the air lately.
The quality's been really poor. I've had to work outside a couple days, and I was just regretting life.
You went that's bad air.
Well, what's sad about it is that
nope.
It's the most epic sunsets that there is that you can see,
Yeah,
and even
beautiful.
the moon looks pretty cool.
Beautiful.
But it's like,
You
dang, the whole world's on fire, and yeah, it's all smoke. But if you was just not breathing for a second and you just took it in, though, you still took it in without breathing. I don't know. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, if you've ever seen a Colorado sunset, you just gotta hold your breath.
Just gotta hold it.
Aside from that, though, it's been really hot here. It's been like 92, 93.
96.
Yeah, 96. And I've told him already, every time, I don't know what it is, and I do think I'm cursed, that every time I want to go to the pool, there are trailer park kids in the pool where I can't go in it. Or it's my day off, and it's literally raining, blizzarding, snowing, there's a tornado, or something is going on where I can't go in the pool. And this time I couldn't go in the pool yesterday or today because he has heat rash. And he's getting heat rash all of a sudden out of nowhere. The sun is like, you know what?
You're too white for me.
I'm against you. The sun's like, you know what? I had enough of you, bro. We're done. And
it just fucked my day.
Yeah.
Was
it itchy?
It was very itchy. I put oatmeal and baking soda, and I made face masks. I actually took all my clothes off, and because I had it on my chest, my back, and I had to spread it all over the place and let it dry, and then I could take it off, and that kind of helped, but it still felt really itchy. And the calamine lotion was the only thing that would kind of get rid of it, but it was weird. If you any dude who's never put on makeup, put on some calamine lotion, and it totally feels like you're putting on makeup. It's freaking weird, and I don't recommend it. But it was survival. I really thought, because I don't have insurance right now, I was like, no, my whole face is turning red and blisters and pimply. I was like, oh my goodness, this is the end right here. But
well, for me, I'm like, there's all these Delta variants out there. This fool has a Delta variant, bro. You bringing this on me? I thought you were vaccinated. Let me see your vaccination card. Before you come up in here, I'm wearing masks and stuff at work. And I mean, I'm vaccinated. And we can segue into that. Let's segue into
real quick, I know there's been a lot of bad allergies in Colorado lately. If you've been living in Colorado, so I was thinking, it's just been allergies because this year has just been rough allergies. And I think because most people were forced to stay inside.
It's called COVID.
And I don't think it is COVID. I think we were driving less for a certain part of the year, and the carbon footprint was less. Mm-hmm. Where I feel like the plants actually had a stronger oppression on this year, and the allergies have just been terrible. So I figured the heat rash was allergies. So I was taking all these different allergy medicines, they were candy, trying to figure out what combination would make my face not swell up. But I don't know. Now we can segue to COVID.
Segue to COVID. So yeah, he has this outbreak. I'll call it that.
I don't know
it's called an outbreak.
Yeah.
When you got some crap that just showed up on your face all of a sudden, it's called an outbreak. Next. So he was just normal, and then the next day he's like, guess what happened to me? And there's an outbreak. I'm like, bro, you cheating on me and stuff? You got herpes and stuff, or what's going on, man? Is this a Delta variant? And I immediately masked up. Masked up or die. You know what I mean? I'm serious. I went on Amazon Prime. I got 100 masks for $20, and I was just like, I'm not gonna even chance it. I'm vaccinated. He's vaccinated. I made him get vaccinated.
I don't get vaccines.
He wasn't gonna get vaccinated. Ever. I'm like, if you're getting in this thing, you're gonna get vaccinated because I'm vaccinated. I ain't letting you in the gym if you ain't vaccinated. So, for all you girlfriends out there, if you're gonna just treat yourself like a venue. You know what I mean? I'm Red Rocks. If you ain't vaccinated, you ain't coming to the concert, bro. So I'm just saying, we're vaccinated both together. We're vaccinated.
You have mushrooms and drugs in there? What's going on in there?
But it's still scary because you don't know anything about this virus. So we didn't know about this last year.
No, but when we look back at it, it's almost laughable how cautious we were just because we were in the moment and we didn't know. But we look back and it was like Dr. Phil was like, don't buy any masks. Don't buy any masks. You're taking them away from all the nurses. And then the next week, Fauci was like, everybody needs to wear a mask. And then it was just like pandemonium, and like the whole world was on fire. And even in Japan, I have a friend in Japan that serves in the military, and that's where the whole thing came from. And even they had toilet.
China.
Either way, one of you slanty-eyed fucking countries got us COVID. I can clutch. This is StreamYard.
No.
Anyways.
Do it. Freaking.
My buddy in the military is in Japan, and he can have toilet paper. And we in America, the land of the free, can't wipe our butts in peace.
And then.
Just saying. It was crazy world out there.
I was working throughout the whole pandemic. This guy was at home.
I broke a leg.
He broke his ankle. He's just at home on unemployment. So Polis taking care of this guy. Polis is like, let me take care of you, son. Let me take care of you, son. Polis has him in a baby carriage.
Polis for president 2024.
Polis was taking care of this guy. Meanwhile, I'm over here going to Lowe's like every freaking day. Like there's people sneezing on the bolts, and we got masks for maybe 500 people, and people are like reusing them. People are still in it. Like we had a mask, like a little setup for masks that was like by the break room, and people would literally be like, and still like 60 masks.
Shall we bring in the giant can of corn that you took from Lowe's?
I did take a can of corn.
Like this thing was for like the homeless and shit. It was survival mode though, because we're like, what if we need the food? Because grocery stores are crazy. We didn't want to go out. We didn't know if we could get sick.
Who's gonna make a quesadilla when the world ends? Me, bro. This fucking cool.
I spent so much money on food; it was ridiculous. But it was.
We both did.
It was funny how like we had our favorite stores, and then once COVID hit, it was like our whole stores changed. Like it was always King Soopers because it was less busy than Walmart. And Target was always too expensive, and Safeway was always too expensive. And then everybody during COVID went to King Soopers and Walmart. And Safeway became the store post-COVID because it was like the only place we could walk into, not wait in line. They still had maybe one or two things of toilet paper. And maybe it was almost willing to pay the extra price at that point, you know?
But what I'm saying is, what about the toilet paper? Like literally the toilet paper, like it became a thing where your butthole, everyone's cared about their butthole at that moment. They're like, you know what? If I die from this horrible disease, I'm going to wipe my butt. That's going to be the last thing I do. And I'm going to buy all the toilet paper. I'm going to buy it all. And I feel like Karen started it out. And I hate to say it like that, but I do feel like I'm going to state it out right there that Karens that could afford to buy 80 rolls of toilet paper bought 80 rolls of toilet paper. So much so.
They put that shit on credit.
Yeah, so much so.
They took out a loan to get that shit.
My store was literally like, hey guys, we just got a shipment in toilet paper. We're going to hide some of it. We're going to hide a pallet of it for just employees. If you want in, let us know. And it was like crazy, like back to freaking the dark ages. And we were like, oh my God, you know what? Guess what? I got bread. Do you want some bread?
We were trading goods.
Bread? I got bread for your toilet paper, bro. Give me 2.
I handmade hand sanitizer.
Yeah, he did.
I went to the Asian store, which is like hot spot at the time.
It was horrible.
And I got a big aloe vera leaf, and I mixed it with 70% alcohol that I found at Walgreens, which was like lucky.
I'm proud of you.
Yeah, and it only lasted a week. And
it felt like sperm.
It was really gross.
It really did feel like sperm in your hand.
But you remember everyone was stealing from the stores? Like everyone was like running out with baskets because at that point it was like whatever. I mean, people still do that.
At that point, I was like stocking hand sanitizer. I was like, oh my God, is that antibacterial hand sanitizer? Hey man, we got hand sanitizer.
We were trying to get anything antibacterial, even though it doesn't kill the virus. You know, we were just like, let's be clean. And I haven't got sick once since. I'm probably bragging. Some people have gotten COVID, but
because we finally washed our hands after
everybody's
20 years.
washing their hands.
After 20 years, we finally were like, you know what? Let's wash our hands.
Let's sanitize the grocery carts. That's a genius idea.
Yeah.
Why did it take a pandemic to get us to do that? That's how gross humans are. We were such a nasty animal that we were just touching everybody's balls and boogers before COVID. Like, I'm kind of glad COVID happened in a way. It changed the world in some good things. I don't know if Polis is going to change it, but there was to-go liquor. We could go and order a margarita at the Mexican store, and we could take that shit home.
Drive through? But yeah,
me?
It's against the law to drink when you drive, but it's drive through though. I picked it up, bro.
Polis was
that was
down as fuck.
That was a little.
You remember when Hancock was like, no more liquor stores, and then the whole liquor stores went crazy. Apple Jacks was empty with liquor.
Don't get me started on Hancock. But we're gonna take a quick break. Come back, and we're gonna continue this conversation about COVID, about a lot of different things. You're not gonna want to miss what Tiff on Tap has to come. Go pee or go get your beer and crack it open. Get me one too while you're at it. And we're going to be right back after this commercial break. Is your canine friend lonely this summer? Working late at the office and need a place your best friend can safely enjoy? Why not bring them down to Tiff on Tap's Doggy Day Camp? Here at camp, we'll teach your dog how to socialize. Our never-before-trained experts will work with every dog's individual needs to make sure that no canine buddy gets left behind. Look at these dogs getting to know one another on their first day of camp. Wow, aren't they excited? Look at the floors. They're perfectly cleaned and sanitized. Look at these top shelf meals. We even have shelves just for tall greyhounds. Field activities are extra. And look at our beautiful, majestic fountains to offer your pet a nice, tranquil place where they can reflect on being away from you. Your dog might just forget all about you here at camp. But don't forget about them, though. Camp's only one day. We will sell your dog or get rid of your dog if you leave them here. Look at these two enjoying our grazing gardens. Wow, dogs can just have a great time here at camp. Don't forget, sign up today before the offer goes away. $1 million for just one day here at Doggy Day Camp. $1 million limited time only offer, taxes not included. Welcome back from that commercial break. Wasn't it great? You know it was.
It was.
Frank Azar. Anyway, so what we were talking about is stuff that's going on this Wednesday, July 21st, 2021. And there's some major stuff going on. You know what I mean? The Delta variant is out there attacking people. So if you have not yet got vaccinated, just do it. I don't even know what else to say. Just do it, bro. Like, stop messing up all of our other lives. Like, I don't like needles. Do you think I didn't get vaccinated? No, I got vaccinated. I did it. I just was like, you know what I mean? It's for the better good. You know what I mean? Let's just do it. Just freaking do it. Nike should be in charge of this whole COVID vaccination run. Nike should just have a Just Do It campaign, and they hook up with Biden, and Biden wears some Nike Airs, and it just becomes a thing.
Well, I got my shot just to win the $1 million, but of course I wasn't going to win $1 million.
We don't even know how to sign up for $1 million. I don't even know how to sign up for Polis's $1 million.
We have to sign up? I thought it was just automatic.
Why does Polis just automatically turn into Willy Wonka?
I love Polis. He's the shit.
Polis and his husband are like Willy Wonka and freaking Charlie, and they're just like, here, you won the golden ticket. You've got vaccinated. You've won the golden ticket.
Well, I put my information into United Airlines, their little scheme, I think it was just to steal my information to clarify that I was vaccinated to the government.
Yeah.
Some shit.
He's vaccinated. I can
Just
vouch.
in case.
I think
I need a tattoo or a stamp that's like
I can vouch. But what sucks is I get it. I get it. I'm not gonna let the government run my life. I've heard it all. You know? People that are just against like Joe Biden are like, I'm not gonna get vaccinated. If that. And I'm like, what is going on, man? You know what I mean? Like, do you want to get sick? Like, it doesn't make sense to me that you would get vaccinated when you were a child and you didn't even know you were getting vaccinated, but you were, of course, because the people are vaccinating you because they don't want this baby dying. They're like, you don't got a choice. And we're giving you the choice now, and you're saying no? No. I'm going to fight COVID on my own. Fauci, I don't need your powers. I'm going to be stronger than Fauci. I just feel like that's so... I was going to use a word with the R.
I just think it's an older generation.
It's bad. No, it's not the old ones though. It's the woke ones.
The woke ones.
It is the woke ones.
I personally think it's the older generation. It's the like Bandimere Speedway type owners where they're like, we're still gonna have races. I don't care if it's COVID or not.
We want to just go fast.
And that's why in Colorado it's just this little area. I forgot the town even what it is, but it's just far away off to the east, I think. And it's just this one little area, and it's contagious because the whole town just doesn't believe in it. They're all old school. The property's been handed down through years to their family. You know, they feel like they're not connected to big cities, but travelers come to the town, and that's what happens. It's just they all get infected, and then it's over with.
If you're in a grocery store, if you have to pump gas, if you're touching anybody's, just think about it. Like I thought about it the other day, like working a job that I work. Everybody's using the computer. Everybody's using the phone. Everybody's using the computer. And I know for a fact that I've went to the bathroom before and I have not heard somebody wash their hands.
Guys do it all the time.
They're not washing their hands. They are poking up in there, digging for gold. They're scratching their ball sacks. They're coughing on their hands. They're, you know what I mean? Like just gross crap. And then they're touching some phone thing that you just happen to be like, oh, there's my phone thing. Or even just clocking out. Like my job, we have a clock out thumb thing. So it's like everyone's
like the FBI
thumb.
or what?
Everyone's thumb.
What do you mean a clock out thumb thing?
It's a clock out thumb thing where it like scans your thumb.
With a laser?
Yeah, it's a laser. And if you don't have your thumb exactly right, like it doesn't believe it's you.
Whoa.
But I'm telling you, some dudes touch their dick with their thumb, or they poke their nose with their thumb, and then they're putting their thumb on that thing, and then I'm putting my thumb on that thing, and God forbid I accidentally
It's like you're doing thumb wars with everybody.
I do or I freaking open my door, or I do something where I'm like, oh, my eye itches, and I do something, and then I get COVID Delta variant.
Shit.
I'm just saying I don't want COVID Delta variant.
I'm a germaphobe. I like use hand sanitizer twice when I touch cash.
Well, we just talked about that before break. He made hand sanitizer.
I made hand sanitizer. He made it. It's just
he processed the aloe vera and got alcohol.
It was survival. I was survival as a human. Yeah. I was like, my family's not gonna get sick. I'm gonna make some concoction now.
It's gonna feel like jizz in your hands, but you're gonna want to use it. Literally the words I said. It's gonna feel slippery, but you're gonna know you're safe.
It dries just like normally.
It's content. It's content. But I mean, aside from COVID and Brittany. In Colorado, like we said, we're dealing with wildfires. I don't know why I'm doing this current thing over here.
We have this weird suspicion. Well, it's not a suspicion, but there's been a lot of trailer fires lately that specifically one person, a male, has died in. And I had someone in my family in Durango. It was last week. He died in a trailer fire. And then, not to mention, we had a trailer fire just a couple trailers down here. And we're gonna do an episode on that. You guys will see. You guys will see that. She was on the news. I got that footage.
It's in a bad way. I shouldn't be spoiling.
If you subscribe, we will release that footage to use.
Literally, I waited my whole life to be on TV. Like I literally wanted to be on the news. That's why I went to school for it. Like, I literally wanted to be on the news my whole life. And the one time I get to be on the news, of course, I have no eyebrows. Of course, I'm wearing a shirt that I cut the sleeves off with scissors. Of course, it's a sleeveless shirt, and I'm not wearing eyebrows, and I live in a trailer park, and I'm carrying White Claw. A freaking 12-pack of White Claw I'm carrying. When this chick from freaking channel, I don't even know what it was, 2 News.
I don't even remember either.
Channel 2 News.
I think it was 7.
She's wearing like a legit like orange, like Dick Tracy, like yellow, like I'm Jessica LaBelle and I'm talking about this. And I'm literally like, should I put my White Claw down? Like, should I put it right here?
She says some sob story on the news, like, and because she did that on purpose too, because she knew that shit was gonna get on. She knew. I can say I've said shit this whole podcast, so.
Don't say it. I acted like I knew the guy, because you know what I mean. In my heart, I knew the guy. We all know the guy. In your heart, you knew the guy too. I
think I've seen him once in my lifetime. And I've been around. I just know
I've drove by that trailer before, and I've drove by it, and I'm like, whoa, okay, there's those people. You know what I mean? Like, everyone drives by that thing. They're like, you know, there's that goddamn asshole that has a Jeep. Everyone, like, drives by people all day when they live in a trailer park. Here's that dude that his baby won't shut up. You know what I mean?
Look how this guy parked. Look how this guy.
Yeah, when their trailer's on fire and flames.
Everyone grabs a lawn chair and their beer, and they were just posted up on the rail and just like watching this thing burn like 4th of July.
So, yeah, it is like a free. It was like a free fireworks show.
This dude was supposed to be screaming from the inside.
But yeah, it was very sad, and I feel like for a lot of people, like, yeah, it was funny. I hate to say it like that, but I'm not gonna freaking not tell you the truth. It was funny for a second because you're like, man, dude, what? This dude's out there like with his lawn chair, like they're literally in lawn chairs watching this trailer on fire and flames, and it was like a show. It was like entertainment for the park.
Well, there's this guy that lives right across the street, and every day he's out on his porch before the fire and after the fire. And he would just be on his porch and he just stares at it. And now it's just so sad to see him staring at this burned building that the park, for some reason, doesn't want to tear down. And there's no investigations going on. It's just very weird.
But it did connect people. So, like, oddly, like, it connected people. Like, and strangely enough, I feel like it did go into a lot of our brains that, like, okay, I'm going to work. The toaster's plugged in. I'm deplugging the toaster. It's like you start thinking about stuff like that. Like, do I really need the freaking toaster on? Like, you deplug the toaster because you're trying to prevent this horrible thing that no one could have prevented. You know, no one could have. I mean, we haven't got the files yet. We haven't got the case files yet, and we're gonna actually try to get the case files.
We're gonna go to.
I'm gonna try to get it.
FOIA request the information
because they're not telling us. But this trailer literally is down the street.
We've allowed enough time for them to investigate, we think, but we don't want to waste our money trying to do it when there's nothing there. But
and it's literally like the trailer down the street caught on fire, and now it has a fence that is with some 2x4s and it's rolled fence chain link, and that is it. Like, is that going to be it for like ever? You know what I mean? Like, someone died in there, bro. Like, the people even living across the street from that trailer have to look at that trailer every day as they sit and enjoy their Mai Tais. I don't know if they're drinking Mai Tais, but they're literally like.
I feel like homeboy's drinking some cranberry juice or something. I don't know what he's just sipping on.
Warm day today. Did you turn the stove off?
Well,
they're freaking on point.
Well, imagine there's a trailer right behind him that was like,
the trailer behind
started melting. Yep. I'm sure they were like, oh my God, my trailer's gonna catch on fire because these people, whatever they did, and they have a camera pointing right to it. So maybe they didn't need an investigation. Maybe they had the camera the whole time. I don't know.
It could have been that. But I mean, it's just a sign of the times, and I feel like it is that. And we're gonna get close to going to a break in a little bit, but I feel like what we're talking about also right now is the fact that a sign of the times is what's going on right now. Like, we literally, 3 weeks ago had somebody shoot up Arvada.
Yeah.
And this dude just like had a gun and was like, you know what I mean? I'm gonna shoot this cop in Arvada, and then this dude was like in army surplus, and he's like, I'm gonna shoot the dude, and then I'm gonna hold his gun, and it like became a whole big thing.
The footage is out there,
and it's like when you think about this, another shooting. So a month ago, we had a shooting in King Soopers in Boulder, and that's Colorado for you. Like that's what I'm saying is like you just hold your breath if you haven't had a shooting yet. If you haven't had a shooting in a city near you in Colorado, hold your breath and just wait, because it's literally every other month there's something going on. And God forbid you live in Arvada or Aurora. I mean, especially Aurora or downtown Denver. You're getting hit every freaking night. There's like 3 people dead, 3 people shot, a shooting, 3 people shot, blah, blah. It's just normal.
You can't watch the news anymore. It's just gross. And I mean, it's been that way for 10 years to me personally, where I'm just sick of seeing people dying on the news. It's just, and without COVID, like it was COVID for so long. And that's probably a forbidden word at this point because it's just gross. But everyone's sick of hearing the word. Everyone's sick of hearing people dying on the news. And there's never nothing good. It's always just maybe some squirrel water skiing or something, and then try to lighten things up a little bit because people are just dying on the news every 10 seconds. So
it is like I'm almost like praying for murder. I hate to say it like that, but I'm almost like praying, like itching for like, can I just please have somebody hate his girlfriend so much that he cooks her in the oven? Like I'm just like praying for like murder because I'm sick of hearing all these lame excuses. Like
what?
Shooting somebody up in the middle of the town. I'm gonna get a gun. I'm gonna just shoot people. You don't know who you're gonna hit. You don't know who you're gonna. What I mean, this guy. I'm not saying that I know exactly what he was doing. I'm not saying that I know what his tactic was, but I'm just saying like all these mass shootings or all these, I would say unplanned because you didn't know that person specifically. He didn't know Officer Beasley. From Adam, doesn't know this person. Didn't know John Hurley. Didn't know John Hurley was even going to get involved. Like this guy literally shot some cop because he wanted to shoot a cop. He didn't shoot somebody because he knew exactly who this person was. They had no personal beef. There was no personal anything with it. And I feel like I hate to sound so cold, but I live in Colorado. I've grown up with this. So I've grown up with Columbine. I've grown up with John Benet Ramsey. I've grown up with people getting murdered every freaking month. Every year, something new happens to where you're almost cold to it. And it makes me wish that, man, I wish you would have actually known that cop. Like, him not knowing the cop makes me feel like it was less, there was less even involved in it. Like, it was worthless. It was so, like, worthless and random and horrible, and I feel like you can put it and paint it however you guys want it, and I mean, I'm sure you will.
You want murder though? Is that what you were saying?
I'm not saying that I want murder, but I'm saying that if I do have to deal with murder, I would like it to be personal. And I said it. Yeah, I said it. If it's murder and you're killing somebody, I would like it to be personal. I would like it to not be random. I would like you to not just say, I'm going to shoot randomly, fire in the air, and someone's going to die. I'd rather have you say, you know what? I fucking hate this neighbor. He pisses on my tree every freaking Friday, and I'm going to shoot this goddamn guy on this Christmas day. Bam! And he's dead. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like
that would be premeditated. So you just want every murder to be premeditated.
I'm just saying when it's premeditated, I agree.
But personal, like, but you have to know the person.
Is it bad? Am I horrible?
I think there should be no murders. Everybody needs to stop killing each other. No, stop killing each other. World peace. World peace.
This little angel.
World peace.
Cue Sarah McLaughlin song right now. In the arms of an angel. Walk away from here. I'm just saying, people are going to kill people, and they've been killing people from the end of time.
Yeah,
I just would like it if you're going to really kill somebody, you're going to cook their body in the stove, or you're going to do some crazy stuff.
Oil tank.
You're going to do some.
Well,
you're going to do some crazy stuff. You're not just going to go randomly out there with a gun.
Well, it's just.
What are you doing that for?
Right.
Like, who randomly does anything? Like, do I even randomly just go like, you know what? I'm going to get drunk today. I'm just going to go to the liquor store and get whatever the freak I want. all right, Coors Light. No one does that. You go to the liquor store knowing, you know what I mean? I kind of like Coors Light, you know what I mean? I kind of like, I want a Mai Tai. Kind of want this. You go with what your choices are, you know what I mean? So if you're to do something unplanned but ruin or end someone else's life, that's hard for me. It was unplanned on your part. You don't even know how it's going to work out, but you ended their life. Like, that's bad for me. That's bad.
Useless.
You should not do that. I'm probably going to end up in bad views rating.
It's controversial, which is always good.
Let's take the comments off.
I'm not afraid of comments.
Comments off.
Just let them come.
Let them come.
Let the trolls troll.
They can figure out where we live, bro.
Whatever. Come to where I live.
Come to my trailer. Come to my trailer.
So I ain't
Give me
even
a
worried
roof,
about that.
son. Give me a roof. Anyway, we're gonna take a quick commercial break. We're gonna come back and we're gonna talk about something that we're gonna do a show about. Maybe we're gonna talk about aliens and UFOs.
Well, I want to bring up how you're scared of flights, and we're about to go on vacation to Florida, and I want to talk about the fear of airplanes. But
flying objects. We're gonna talk about that when we get back from break. What's up, folks? Tiff on Tap here. Catch us live streaming every week right here on MBR Radio, the station that gives vets a voice.
If you like aliens, ghosts, beer,
ducks,
neighbors walking by when you're filming a thing,
yeah, bring your own beer and catch us live right here on MBR.
You are now returning to Tiff on Tap. Please grab your beer and return to your seats.
You are now returning to Tiff on Tap.
Watch responsibly.
Welcome back, guys. We're going to get back into it. So in 2 weeks, we're going to fly to Clearwater, Florida. Actually, we're flying into Tampa Bay, Florida. And she's never flown on an airplane before.
Just throw me under the bus like that.
It's not really throwing her under the bus. It's a new experience that we're about to embark on. And it's going to be entertaining and interesting. And I think that the tappers should know so we can bring them along the trip. And, you know, hopefully we can do a broadcast, maybe quick little broadcast there just to say what's up to you guys and then kick on out and drink a Mai Tai or something. But doing that, there's been a lot of research that you've been doing. You want to kind of talk about some of the research you've been looking into? Because it's interesting as a person who has flown since they're a kid to see someone who hasn't flown, to do the research and hear what people say, like trying to teach people about planes. Because it's like, yeah, some of that is really true. That guy really knows what he's talking about. And there's other channels where it's like, this guy has no idea what he's talking about at all. But what is your opinion on it, at least?
My opinion is you cannot get drunk enough. There is no way. Lawfully, the planes aren't offering the protocol that they used to, which is, let's give you a drink. Let's give you a stiff drink if you're upset. They used to offer that. Just my luck. Just my luck. Tiff on Tap's first plane ride will be non-alcoholic, from what I've understood. So we picked an early flight so we can fly early in the morning so we can have less chances of delays and so we can just get there sooner. So we picked like an 8 a.m. flight. You can't legally buy alcohol in Colorado before 8 o'clock. So probably going to be stocking up the night before and probably going to be pretty lit at 6 a.m. Just getting ready for the flight. Because I feel like I don't want to get plastered, but I definitely want to get in a good mindset. Because I'm telling you that this mind without alcohol, I'm like a scientist. I'm like more than you've ever known. I'm like, I can analyze stuff to where the point to where I am not comfortable with anything because the world is not trustworthy at that point because I just analyzed everything down to 0% where everything is naked and nobody cares, nobody loves, and it's all a world out to get each other. I can go down to 0%. Like I'm telling you, that's how far I can analyze things. So for me to fly on a plane was very hard. But at the same time, I know that, you know.
Is it lack of control? Is it what is the fear of flying? Is it being in the sky?
It's more of, you know, claustrophobia. Like I'm in a small contained area and these people are breathing in all the air. Now there's 40 people breathing in air and I'm also breathing in air and you're telling me that these 41 people are going to breathe in air and I'm just going to keep breathing in air, and what if something malfunctions? I'm not going to get air because that's the only way we get air. Like I'm just aware of what things are. So it's not knowing how things work, lack of control in that aspect. Also, claustrophobia, because I do feel like the minute you tell me that I can't put my hand out the window, I want to put my hand out the window. And if I can't put my hand out the window, why? Why can't I put my hand out the window? Why can I put my hand out the window? Why can I put my I freak out. I should have put my hand out the window. And I freak out because it's like at that point, it's like that's the only thing I want to do at that point. And it's childish, I get it. It's something that I feel like I might grow through this trip, or I'm gonna have the federal marshals land the plane, and we're gonna be banned from flying for a long time, and it's gonna be a great episode. We might get picked up. We might get YouTube likes off of this one if I get the plane.
If you start making weird dog noises, I'm gonna film you just so we get likes at least. If we're gonna get banned from flying, I'm at least gonna put you on YouTube.
There's a rule, I guess you can say. Stop the ride! Stop the ride! It's like when you're at Illich's and you're going through the mind eraser.
Not only
I have one on the mind eraser and I've blacked out.
The pilot's gotta like take off autopilot and shit, and then like correct this shit and be like, "We're landing going to 644."
That's what I'm saying though, is that I've blacked out on the mind eraser. I blacked out and I was fine at the end. The ride landed. We were all great. There was, you want to pay for your picture? You want to see your picture? And I'm like,
out,
just sleeping. But it's like that was the thing, is I blacked out because it was 3 minutes. I can't black out on a 3-hour flight. Somebody's gonna know something's wrong, or you're not gonna tell them, or is someone is the flight attendant gonna know?
Yes.
This bitch hasn't got coffee in a while.
They're like, seriously, they are like trained professionals where they will like, they'll walk up and down, make sure everyone's seat is up. They'll make sure everyone's seatbelt's on, and they make sure everyone's good. Like when I flew over some really long flights and I fell asleep and we hit turbulence, they wake you up and make sure you put your seatbelt on and like, you know, make sure some shit's gonna happen. You're ready. But it's never usually that case. There's millions of flights every day, and there's, you know, you're more likely to get hurt in a car accident.
I'm not scared about getting hurt. That is the actual thing, is that I'm not scared about getting hurt. I'm not scared about the plane crashing in the sky. I'm not scared about fire and explosions.
You're not scared of UFOs?
I'm not scared of UFOs. I'm not scared of crap. I just want to be able to put my hand out the window if I want air. That's what I'm scared about, is that you're telling me for 3 hours I can't have air? I'm angry. I'm angry at that point, and I'm like, why can't I have air? I want air. I'm gonna put my hand out the window. Nope, can't put your hand out the window. I'm like, I want to put my hand out the window. You can't put your hand out the window. I'm like, I want to put it out even more. That's the feeling. And if you guys relate, comment below. But I'm just saying, like, it's not a fear of flying. I'm not afraid of flying. I just hate being around all these people sucking my oxygen up. And I'm stuck here in a confined space that I'm trusting this fan, like Ace Ventura in the Rhino, and I'm trusting this little fan to give me all my air for the whole trip. And if the whole plane thinks, okay, you know what, it's kind of hot out, we're going to turn the AC off, but I'm relying on that fan blowing in my face to make me feel comfortable, I'm going to freak out.
Well, I told her she should get like one of those little dollar store fans where you can blow it in your face and like feel air and stuff. But I don't know. If you're not scared of the flight itself,
You said get shows
if
on my phone. There is no shows needed. I'm gonna be looking in your eyes directly, getting me through this, bro.
I'm watching
getting
shows.
me through. We're gonna be labor.
So
getting me through this. You're gonna need to practice labor.
You need to practice claustrophobia. You need to go in the closet.
You need to practice claustrophobia.
And breathe through a straw.
You need to practice claustrophobia because I am the claustrophobic one. You're the one that's gonna have to deal with the claustrophobic one. Sorry, but not sorry.
So if
there's some people that aren't as brave
scared of the plane crashing,
I'm not scared of the plane crashing. It can crash into flames, and I wouldn't care.
Are you scared of actually taking off and that feeling from the roller coaster?
Yeah, I don't like that feeling.
Are you past that point? You think you?
No, I'm not past that point. No.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm not past that point.
Okay. So there's that. There's claustrophobia, and then there's landing, right? So those are the 3 fears of flying.
Yeah, just those 3.
Well, 2 of them are inevitable.
Yeah.
In order to get out of the air, you got to land. And in order to get in the air, you got to take off. So at least those are taken care of.
It's gonna happen.
So it's just the claustrophobia is the only one you really got.
I'm just telling you, it's gonna happen. But me and him we can both tell you that we've been stuck in a closet together. The closet had no lock, but it locked. Like that's what I'm telling you. That's my luck. Is that the closet
doorknob broke?
The closet that had no lock. Literally no mechanism to locked, and that's my luck that I would have the closet lock on it. I was unable to lock, and I had 30 seconds to fractionalize.
I jiggled it for like 2 minutes, and then she
I
started freaking out.
I let him jiggle it.
I was trying to crackle it with like a credit card, trying to
You didn't have no credit card. Don't even start bringing in some MacGyver crap.
I was trying to think of something to get.
You didn't have no dental floss, and you were trying to pick the lock. This guy, we're stuck in the closet, and literally, I'm like,
you're not telling the whole story.
I'm like,
you're not
no, listen to me. I'm like, let me out, and he's like, it's locked. I'm like, there's no lock. How can it be locked? He's like, it's locked. And I'm like, it's not locked. And I literally jiggled it. He jiggled it a couple times. And then I waited. I waited a good 30 seconds to say, okay, does this man, can he get me out of this closet?
You're not telling the whole story.
Listen.
You're not telling the whole story. You're skipping a crucial part.
That was 30 minutes. That was 30 minutes of me waiting for this man.
The reason why we're in the closet is because we're smoking our last bowl, and we didn't. The rules of the house was to smoke our weed with everybody.
The reason why we were trying to be.
Let me talk. We were trying to be discreet and go in the closet, and so we didn't want to break the door down right away. We already knew that was an option, but we didn't want to do it because we're like, oh, why would they just be kicking down the closet door? They should be smoking weed with us if we're smoking weed.
Speak for yourself. So, I didn't go in that closet thinking that was an option. I didn't go in the closet thinking I'm gonna have to break down this closet door.
Me either.
Nobody thinks that when they go in the closet. But literally, we were in the closet, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna give him 30 seconds, and if he can get us out of this closet, we're gonna be great. And I waited there. And he was like, wow, no one can hear us. I think you even said that. You were like, no one can hear us. Caleb's in the living room. You're like, no one can hear us. And I was like, and I literally kicked that freaking door open, and that whole closet door popped off, and we were out of the closet, and I was fine. And yes, we had to replace the door. And yes, it got replaced upside down. But we did replace the door. I'm just saying
the doorknob was all tall.
It was way high because it was upside down. But I'm just saying though, I can't do that on a plane. And you're acting like I don't think I can't do that. I know I can't kick down the door on a plane. We're in a plane.
Well,
but I'm just saying, please help me, God. I'm gonna be looking at the flight attendant just like that. Please help me. And she's gonna know. I'm not even gonna have to say nothing. I'm being in the flight with you. And I'm just gonna be like, please help me.
Are you gonna put on your little face goggles when you're taking off too, or are you just gonna keep those on?
I don't know what I'm gonna do.
I think you should take them off.
I don't know what I'm gonna do
while we take off.
I don't know what I'm gonna do. But you've put me through enough suffering of going 80 miles per hour from 0 to 80 in 15 seconds.
Nothing new.
And we're going downhill, and I can't see anything, and we're going in circles, and it's horrible. Like Lookout Mountain has prepared me for this flight. I don't know how to explain it.
The way we drive down and up Lookout Mountain,
we don't
play
don't
around.
drive.
We don't play
He
around.
drives.
I don't play
Yeah,
around.
we don't drive. He drives.
If you're longboarding on Lookout Mountain, I will go around your ass.
Yeah, he ran over you if you're longboarding on Lookout Mountain.
Your stupidity alone. Like, because those people aren't ever wearing helmets. Or,
The speed limit is just a suggestion at that point.
They go so fast and they're leaning. And
He goes so fast.
I can't barely even ride a skateboard without breaking my ankle.
You guys you're blaming the skateboarders for how fast you drive.
No, I drive great.
I feel like we're gonna lift off. Like there's turbulence in his truck when we drive.
I bought a fast truck.
I've never been in a truck when there's turbulence. This guy can create turbulence in his truck.
Guess what? It's twin turbulence, bitch. Twin turbulence to you.
All I'm saying is that I'm gonna go on that plane ride. I'm gonna be like a G though, and y'all are gonna see it because I'm probably gonna record it. I will record it because I feel like that's the only way we get through it.
Just document everything.
I will document everything.
Your 300.
But I'm just saying though, is that it sucks for women, bro. I'm just bringing it back up to this.
Women?
All you women represent. Tiff on Tappers with vaginas represent. We go through some shit in life. I'm just saying.
What shit are you?
I'm just saying. I gotta go on vacation. I want to go on the beach and stuff, and I'm fat, and I gotta go on the beach, and I gotta look like I'm skinny. And I gotta suck in for 80 hours a week over there on the beach when I'm over there. I gotta hide my fat with like camouflage like outfits that I bought, like holy outfits, like literally have holes in them. I gotta hide my fat.
Looks like a mosquito net.
I gotta hide my fat with mosquito nets. And this fool, he's fine.
Not fine at all.
In order to go to the vacation, I gotta go on this freaking lead heavy ass thing that's gonna float in the sky and take me to where I'm going with 8,000 people sucking up the air.
Which is not better.
There's 80 people sucking up the air that I don't even like. This dude has a big mouth. He's sucking up all my air, and I'm stuck breathing in his air. And he just breathes out like
and we have to wear masks.
Gross. And then on top of that, if I have a baby, I gotta push that shit out of my vagina.
Well, just back
cheers
to you guys
to women.
Back you guys have periods every month or whatever.
Cheers to women.
That sucks.
Cheers to women though. We gotta fly on planes, push babies out of our vagina, deal with a whole bunch of shit.
When's breast cancer month? We'll talk about it in breast cancer month.
I'm just saying. These dudes.
Not till football season, I know that.
Easy.
So not till
These dudes got it easy. In order to watch football, they should all have to have a period. They should all have to have a menstrual flow for 3 months before football starts. They should all have to deal with that. It would be great. It would be great. And they would all honeydews.
It's called honeydews.
You don't even live with me. I can't even make a list. What are you gonna do?
I know how it goes.
Do? Hang out with me?
I have parents.
Hey, hang out with me.
I've seen what happens.
Yeah, honeydews.
I've watched
Fix
TV.
my toilet.
I've watched TVs.
Whatever. But yeah, so basically, we're gonna go to Florida. We're gonna have a good time. I already know it's gonna be a great time. I'm down for it. I'm telling you, I'm down for it.
We're going to Clearwater, St. Pete's, and like Honeymoon Island, Treasure Island, John's Pass area.
Yeah, so fun.
And
so fun.
We're gonna rent a car and just drive around. We're gonna sit on the beach. We're gonna eat bomb food. We're gonna give you guys a tour of some of the bomb food they provide. We're going to rate the restaurants in the order in which we think that they're worth going. If you're going to go, if we think you should stay away from somewhere, we're going to tell you. We're going a couple on the beach hotels. We're going to basically we're going to see what the deal is. So when you guys go to Clearwater, you know what's up. And we did a lot of extensive research on which places we should stay at. We wanted parking. We even got an Airbnb with laundry in between our hotels so we can do our laundry.
I'm telling you, I'm listening to hypnosis. I am hypnotizing myself to be a calm person, riding in that plane, and I'm going to be calm, and I'm riding in the plane. And these flight attendants know what they're doing because it's their job. And I am a calm person.
Just remember.
And I'm going to be a calm person.
That you're calm.
I'm going to be a calm person. And you're all going to see how calm I am on August 2nd when we take that flight. But I'm just saying.
Just think Elon Musk and Bezos be shooting rockets in the air. You can ride an airplane.
I'm having a margarita at 6 in the morning.
That's the drink of choice?
Yes.
Margarita?
Yes.
That's going to set off vacation?
Scotch.
Scotch and ice?
Maybe scotch and ice. I don't know.
I got some
I'll
for
drink
you.
them out. I'm definitely drinking the mouthwash that morning. I'm not peeing. And that's another thing, too, is I'm not peeing. No, I'm not peeing.
Well, before you
go
on. Before you
I'll pee in the airport.
Yeah.
I'm not peeing mid-air.
Why not? You're going to be tired of sitting down. You're going to want to get up and walk.
Let me bring it up, too.
Then you should be sitting in the middle.
Point of
so
it, I told you, all these women, we fucking women, we suffer.
You suffer.
We suffer.
I'm 6'6".
We can't even.
I'm sitting in the middle.
A watermelon out of my vajayjay.
And she's
to have a child, and then in midair, I gotta fly on a plane in the middle of the air when I have to hover and squat, even when I'm in the forest. And this fool could just pee on a tree. It's not fair.
And
this whole situation is not fair. And I hope the next life I come back as a man, because I'm going to. You so bad.
Shit.
I'm going to.
Shit.
You so bad. Get that? Did you get that?
Edited. Now it's edited.
I'm gonna
shit up. Sneeze.
I'm gonna shit sneeze. Up. Damn. Happy Wednesday, guys. I hope that you definitely listen to this podcast and you take it to heart, because we're people that are just being real here. Like, we're literally real people. And
I'm real.
He's real.
I'm real.
He's real. I'm real.
I think.
We're real. And we're really talking about stuff that you think about, and you know it. Don't even lie. Don't even lie.
Maybe we're just bringing up new stuff to you.
No, we're bringing up shit to talk about in their head. But it's Tiff on Tap. We've been here for a while now, but MBR brought us to the mat. So MBR, don't forget. We appreciate you, and don't forget to appreciate MBR, Military Broadcast Radio, that gives veterans a voice. You can find them on mbrradio.us, MBR on YouTube, MBR on Facebook, Military Broadcast Radio. It gives veterans a voice, and that's the real point of this, is that we need people to understand that we all have opinions. We all have these ideas, and we all have these random rants that we want to go on. But in the end, we're all one. We're all family. So thank God for MBR. Thank God for Joel. Thank God for the whole crew in MBR. And don't forget to catch us every now and then on mbrradio.us.
Good night, guys.
Have a good night. We'll see you when we're in the air. On air, in the air, whoa.
Yeah, we're going to film the whole thing.
On air, in the air.
Join us on our vacation.
Say it so